Hello and welcome back, and here we are in the dungeons underneath Fort Doom in the monster caverns. We have just killed a gnoll, a gecko lizard and some giant rats, 18 of them, and we are going to continue onward. Right. Donard is badly injured, and since he's the cleric, he is holding the staff of healing that we were granted, and I did check the DM manual, and indeed it does heal one person per day, which is really very good, because in a party of, well, there's 6 of us, 5 plus Alexei, that's 6 heals a day. Right, he wants to use his one. And it's a 5. Good. 5 plus 1 is 6. Plus his 4. He's up to 10. Which is decent. So we're making our way through here. Right, we rested after the rats. Another turn just to get into this cave. We see it open up, we shutter our lantern and we look in, and what do we see here? We see 3 zombies. The zombies were animated by a cleric within the fortress and instructed to obey the Bugbear in Area 13. They're also under instructions to attack any intruders and to scream if any such intruders appear. In the best traditions, a zombie scream is a horrible, blood-curdling affair. Times have changed. A zombie scream these days is a sort of low, drawling moan. Okay, now do we surprise them? Or are we surprised? Zombies always lose initiative. So we can run in. Do we surprise? No, we don't. But we get the first attack anyway. And Donard is going to use his newfound skills to try and turn them. And he throws a 10. Now how many does he turn? They have 2 hit dice each. And he turns all of them. And they flee. In their sort of... Well, they're not overly slow. What speed do zombies move at? Let's get this correct. They move at half the speed of normal humans. We are going to pursue. So we're going to move after them into this room here. And not only are we faced with 3 zombies, but we're faced with a Bugbear overseer and a guard dog. Now the zombies are going to move to the back of the room, and the Bugbear obviously knows something's up because 3 of his guards have just come moaning and panicking with their arms up past him. So he's here and his dog is there. Right. Is he surprised to see us? Are we surprised to see him, since we've actually run in pursuing them? Nobody is surprised. Let's see who gets initiative. And he gets initiative. Alright, this guy is quite tough. He's a level 3 character. Okay. And his dog is level 1. So let's see. He misses Ben. His dog is on Donard, and that misses. We are in hot pursuit. It is Sylvia on takes first shot at this Bugbear. He has AC 5, a 16 hits AC 3, 1 damage to him. He has 14 HP. He's down to 13. Liz throws a 12, plus her 2 is 14. That's AC 5 again, and 2 damage, he's down to 11. Right. Donard. Donard's on the dog, because the dog attacked him. 12 plus 1 is 13, AC 6. The dog has AC 6, and he does 1 plus 1 damage. Right. Ben of the magic sword. Misses. You know, oh well. And Alexei, extremely good hit. 3 plus 2 damage is 5, so the bugbear is down to 6. The zombies are still stuck on this far wall. You know, I think they're trying to claw their way through the rock. Right, round 2. Oh well. Right. And they get initiative again. Right. Let's see what this jailer does to Ben. 12. He's a 3 plus monster. That hits AC 4. Ben is on AC 3. Let's see what the dog does. A 19. The dog does. Oh, damage is 1d4. Because that was a 6. And it still does 3. And Donard's back to 7. That guy never gets a break. We have 2 healing potions. Alexei has a healing potion. Right, our turn. Sylvia, nice. 3 damage. Bugbear has 3 left. Liz completely misses. Donard is on the dog. He kind of gets his revenge. It's still alive with 3 HP. Ben and his magic sword that can't hit anything throws a 3. I'm wondering if this sword is cursed. And this guy, Alexei, misses as well. Now we're on to round 3. And it's mutual. God damn it, we don't get a break. This bugbear is on Ben. Nope, right, it's on Ben. And it does 7 damage. And Ben's down to 1 HP. Right. The dog is on Donard. And hits him for another 4 HP. He's down to 3. Alright. Argo. This is mutual. So Liz, 11 plus 2 is 13. Misses. Sylvia. Misses. Donard is on this dog. 13 plus 1 is 14. AC 5 hits. Does a nice 7 damage. Bashes that dog's brains in. In fact, he repeatedly bashes the dog's brains in. This is where he kind of loses it. Ben is down to 1 HP. And finally his magic sword hits. And it does 1 damage. Plus 3 is 4. Takes out the bugbear. We've got 3 zombies left. And they're milling around the end of this room. Right. They don't have initiative. The only one who's going to take them on is Alexei. Everybody else is going to go into missile. Right. So they don't get initiative. So let's see what Alexei runs up. That B and that D stood for bugbear and dog. It could stand for Ben and Donard. We've got Sylvia, Liz and Malin. Right, Alexei is going up there. Right. First one has just 2 HP. I have to say, one thing I have appreciated about this module is when you get multiple enemies, they did roll their HP for each, rather than just a blanket 7 each. They get the proper range of low to high. So the first one has got 2, and he misses it. Everybody else is on missile duty. That's okay for Liz and Sylvia. And that's Liz, who throws a 9, plus her 2 bonuses is 11. AC 8. AC 8 with 6 damage. She takes out a zombie. Sylvia misses. She only gets a +1 bonus, and that's AC 9. Right, first round, Ben and Donard are swapping over from melee to missile, so it's round 2. So there's 2 zombies. When zombies are turned, they're in a panic mode. They're trying to flee. Can they defend and attack? The debate rages. We'll say at least one of them does. So the one that's closest to Alexei is gonna have a swipe, and it hits AC 1, and it does 3 damage to him. Right, round 2, we get initiative, and Alexei, no, it's missile first always. There's one that has 2 HP and one that has 11. Liz is on the 2 HP one. 10 plus her 2 bonuses is 12. Hits. That's it, dead. There's one left with 11 HP. Sylvia misses. Bends and crossbows. Hits and does 1 damage. Well, it's better than nothing. And Donard, who's yet to hit with a sling, gets a -1 dex. Misses badly. Malin, well, we all know what Malin's doing. He's holding the lamp. Round 3. Alexei is on that zombie. He hits 12, just gets AC 7, does 7 damage. It's down to 3. I think I've screwed this up. I don't think this second zombie got an attack on Alexei. I'll do one anyway. And it misses. Okay, so that was Alexei's attack. Yes, I think I've screwed it. Anyway, we're back onto missile. Sylvia hits 1 damage. Ben hits, takes it out. By hook or by crook, I really need to keep my order of events much more clear in my head. Anyway, we kill these 3 zombies. We kill this bugbear. We need to definitely gather ourselves. We're extremely badly wounded, and we need to search the cavern. The bugbear has treasure. He's also got a bed, a table and a stool, and a wooden chest with more treasure in it. We'll count up the treasure and work out what we're going to do next. We are in a very bad way. Alexei, our retainer, isn't doing too bad, so we need to look our environment here. We've looted the hobgoblin and his chest, found some treasure, and when we look above, we see this trapdoor in the ceiling and a ladder up to it, and immediately we realise this is the way into the dungeons of Fort Doom. However, you will notice that because we threw a dice and decided to go this way, we haven't checked out all of this. There will be a motivation to clear these dungeons out at some point later. That will become apparent when we're in the dungeons upstairs. Right, what are we going to do? Well, we need to rest. And indeed, it says here in the text, it is likely that the PCs may need to rest and sleep, regaining spells and the ability to use the staff of healing they were given. Well, yes. You can't trade in heals. So, for example, Liz, Malin and Sylvia don't need it. I don't think they can offer their heals to the other guys to use. Right, what have we got? Well, Ben hasn't had his heal, so he's down to 1 HP. And he gets +7. He's back up to full health. Donard has had his turn. He's on to 3. And he has a healing potion. Will we drink it? Yes. And he gets 7 HP. He's back up to 10. Very nice. And Alexei has 15 HP. He's at 11. Let's see what he does. And he gets 2. He's up to 13. You can't win them all. Right, we need to rest. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to roll a 1d6 for wandering monsters. And there aren't any. So we have our spells back. We have our sleep, our magic missile, and our cure light wounds. Let's push this trapdoor. And we find it's slightly jarred. In fact, it's stuck. We're offered a chance to use open locks, and Liz is going to try and do that with her 20% chance, and she fails to do it. That's because it is actually bolted on the other side. We have to break the bolt. That means we have to do a bash with our strength bonus, and we need a 6. Ben bashes open the bolt. We climb up the ladder. Ben bashes open the trapdoor. It flies open into the room upstairs, and he quickly scrambles up the ladder, expecting somebody to try and take his head off. That is not the case. And we are into the dungeon. Right. And we find ourselves in a cell, 20 foot by 20 foot, with a trapdoor on the floor, and a door here. This door isn't locked. Now, did somebody hear us bashing open the trapdoor? There is somebody who may, and let's see if he did. And he didn't. There is a 25% chance, and 72 is way over 25. So we find ourselves in this corridor, and we see a series of cells. And these have small holes in the doors, windows with bars. And we look in and we see prisoners. There's a small number of prisoners in each of these cells. There's 3 in this one, 3, 1, 3, 4 in this one, and 1 in this one. They obviously are excited to see us. We're not in a position to help them. These people are in their basic clothes. Some are in their underwear. There's no way we can let them out. They have nowhere to go to. So we tell them to hang on in there. Help is coming. And that help is us. Good luck to them. So we can either go this way or this way. Let's take a vote. 1 to 3 north, 4 to 6 south. And it's southward. So we're here into this open corridor. It's a T-junction. There's a door at the eastern end and 2 doors facing us. So this is a dead end. I'm inclined to go into this one. We slowly open that door, and well, our marching order is Ben, Donard, Alexei, then Liz, Sylvia and Malin. We are told that the cells have no lamps, but the corridors are lit, and Malin, with much despondency, puts out the lamp. We open this door, Ben walks in, and immediately we're hit with a really stinking smell. This room is covered in decayed old food, slop. It's probably what they feed the prisoners. There isn't much else in here, But as soon as Ben walks in, from the ceiling drops a carrion crawler. I have to admit, I didn't know carrion crawlers could climb walls and ceilings, but hey ho. We're told that the first person who walks into this room gets dropped on by a carrion crawler, and it does 8 attacks. And Ben is on AC 3, and the carrion crawler needs a 13 to hit 8 times. Well, it misses twice. It hits twice. I will just go through this. It hits 3 times. And it hits 4 times. He has to make 4 saves versus paralysis. And that, I believe, is 14. 14 or more, 4 times. And he fails once. And in fact, he fails 3 times. So he's paralysed. Right. That thing has dropped onto Ben. It was quite a surprise. Let's roll for initiative. What are the odds that it gets initiative? And it does. And it turns its sights onto Alexei. Let's see if it can hit him. He's an AC 1. It needs 15 to hit him. And it hits once. It hits once. So far, it hits twice. He has to make 2 rolls, and he utterly fails his saving throws. He's also paralysed. Right, it's our turn. Magic first. Sylvia is going to cast that magic missile of hers. And it tried to escape, but still did 4 + 1 damage. That's quite good. That's 5. It has 15. It now has 10. Round 3. And let's roll for initiative. And it's mutual. Let's do the carrion crawler first. It's on Donard. And his AC is a measly 5. So all it needs to hit him is an 11. 8 times. Hits twice. Hits 3 times. We know where this is going. 4. 5, 6. He has to make 6 saves versus paralysis. And that's a 14. And he misses twice. He's paralysed. Forget it. Right. He still gets his attack. And she hits AC 6 and does 4 damage. This is down to 6. Sylvia hits. Aims well, but does just 3 damage. And Donard 11. That's AC 7. It has AC 7. 2 + 1 is 3. It has 3 hit points left. And it's dead. Right. That was close. I think Malin would have cast his sleep spell the next round. Let's see how long these guys are out for. Well, one of them is out for 6 rounds, so we have nothing to do but wait. And one of them's out for 3. We'll say Ben is out for 3 and Alexei's out for 6. So that's... and 1 for investigating. We've got nothing to do but just guard these 2 paralysed people in the smelly room. Liz, as much as she likes treasure, is not going to search for treasure. Neither is Malin or Sylvia. Oh, right. That's Donard. I forgot his paralysis. Okay. So we sit and wait. Eventually the guys come round and we have this room here to go at. So we enter into this room and lo and behold, this is a torture chamber. And I just did a roll there to see if this torturer came out and investigated the goings on with the carrion crawler. He didn't. This was the person who, if they rolled a 25% chance, will come out and investigate. Right, we have the usual combat. Let's read about this torturer. His name is Gebhard, the torturer. Names mean nothing when you're dead. Gebhard, just to let you know. He may come out and investigate noises. He doesn't. I'm assuming he's one of these slobbish, frightened employees of Baron von Hendricks, who every time there's trouble, he believes it's somebody else's job to sort it out. Not in my job description, that's the phrase he would use. So when he heard fighting in the carrion crawler room, he would have assumed it was just some guards getting, well, how do carrion crawlers kill? I suppose they paralyse and then just like digest the juices out of you. He wasn't going to get involved. That's not what he's paid to do. We listen at the door. Let's have Sylvia and Liz listen. And Sylvia hears a voice, and she hears a rather nasty voice saying something like, "You'll tell me everything you know." And this little voice says, "I don't know anything." And Gerbard the torturer says, "I know that. I'm just doing this for the laughs." So we know there's somebody in there. We're going to burst open the door. Do we surprise him? Or on a roll of 1 to 6. We don't. We need to get either a 1 or a 2. So we have to fight Gerbard the torturer. He's a 3rd level fighter with 14 HP, and he wields a fiery red hot poker which he's using to torture somebody on the rack here. Not a nice person, deserves death. Let's roll for initiative. And he gets initiative. Right. Okay, so he's on Ben. He hits for 6 damage, and Ben is down to 2. I'll rescue that dice. That was a 5, by the way. Glad it fell on the floor. Right, our turn. Let's do missile. Sylvia misses badly. Liz misses badly. Let's do our cleric. He misses badly. Let's do Ben. He misses badly. And let's do Alexei. And he misses badly. I'm sure I've said it before, but I don't think my party could hit a cow's ass with a banjo. Right? What's this torturer doing? Is he just standing there with his arms folded while we just miss? Okay, round 2. And we get initiative. Okay, we were just warming up there, Gerbhard. Alright. Get you, make you feel confident. He's got 14 HP. Ah, finally, Sylvia hits. Liz doesn't. Shame. What about Donard? He hits a 9. He's got AC 7, that's a miss. Right. Ben is backing off. And Alexei's going to step in. And Alexei throws a 14. 12 plus 2 is 14. And that hits AC 5, that hits. And does 5 damage, he's down to 8. The torturer has quite a high morale. It's his go. Let's see if he makes a morale check. We don't do these often enough. He has to throw a 10 or more to fail. And he doesn't, he fights on. Right, now he's going to have a go at Alexei. And he misses. It's not a critical miss in this game, it's just an always miss. Right, round 3. And it's initiative again. And we win initiative. Yep. We lured him into a false sense of superiority with our utter incompetence that first round. Liz hits, does 4 damage. He's got 4 left. Sylvia, 12 plus 1 for short range is 13. That's AC 6. He's got AC 7. He's dead. Good. And Ben is back onto 2 HP. Well, firstly, let's explore this room. Then we'll work out what to do with Ben next. This is a torture chamber, and the chamber is vastly furnished with racks, iron maidens, sealing manacles, and many other instruments of Gerhard's evil practice. We're told on a natural roll of 20, he strikes an enemy in the face, leaving a scar which reduces charisma by 1 point. That's the first time we have ever seen a permanent stat change, either for good or bad. I wonder how many more of these we'll see. Just about to expire on a rack. Magical healing will not help this poisoned unfortunate is a halfling who, if the PCs rush up to him, will manage to croak out the words "End Cell Stone," then promptly dies. Now, we know, the DM knows this is a reference to room 18 here. There's a door here, we'll listen to it. Liz hears nothing. Alexei opens it and discovers that this room is empty. It's where you keep the prisoners awaiting torture, and we're going to explore this room. And rest a bit. And Malin is fascinated with these torture instruments on the table. They're some sort of small devices, strange shaped knives, and he picks them up and looks them over. He knows what they're used for. He finds it horrific, but at the same time he's fascinated by it. These are extremely inventive things. A lot of intelligence has gone into making these, even if it is an evil intelligence. Ben sees this and walks over to Malin. Malin has picked up some kind of bizarrely shaped knife. Ben promptly takes it from his hands, puts it back on the table, and says to Malin, "Sonny, that's not for you." He gives the young mage a bit of a stare. I think they're done with this room. Ben is badly damaged, so Donard gets out the Staff of Healing and uses Ben's cure for the day. And let's see what it does. 3 points. Okay, he's back up to 5. He's going to go onto his crossbow. Donard wants to try. He's down to 5. No, he's not going to go. Right. Okay. Well, where do we go next? There's a door here. That leads to another corridor. We'll try the door. We'll have the 2 ladies listen. And nobody hears anything. There's nothing to do but open it. And we're going to send Alexei in first. He's now the party leader. Remember, this is his quest. Unlike our previous retainer, the dwarf, Alexei is actually motivated in this adventure. Our dwarf was just in it for the money and wasn't going to put himself in too much danger. Alexei, however, as we've seen, goes through a lot of friends putting himself in danger. Right, on the other side of this door, we're into a junction, and we can either go north or continue onward. This, we can see, leads to a T-junction. This leads to a dead end, and at the end we can see 2 doors. It's much more likely we're going to go this way. So we'll listen at this door here. Sylvia, well, she's successful, but there's nothing to be heard. And while we open the door, Alexei is in first, and this room is empty. Now, the halfling said, "End cell stone." Now, there are 2 cells at the end of this corridor. Let's carefully search this room, and we'll find out later what's in it. Right, I'm back after a short break. My timer went off there, and it happened at an opportune moment, because I was thinking that I actually haven't played this dungeon too well. I'm not talking about things going wrong, like the appalling dice rolls. That's part of the fun. I'm actually enjoying that. And I'm enjoying the fact our party are at very low health. I'm actually surprised no one has died. We've been through Castle Mistamere, and that's normally a PC graveyard. I'm talking more about the fact that, well, we did quite a lot. I reviewed the footage and we covered a lot of fights, but I haven't really stopped and reflected on where we are. You know, we're in a dungeon. I haven't really thought, what does that mean? I did say I'm not very good at acting and improvisation. I tend to think things over slowly. So if I were to do some live action roleplay, it would probably be quite dull. But I'm going to try and pick up on it. Did have a little bit in here with Malin and the torture equipment, but I'm going to slow down a bit. I think I raced through this dungeon quite quickly. Right, we're in this little corner room. I'm going to finish today by examining it. This is the empty cell. We heard a halfling on a rack. His last dying words were, "End cell stone." Could be this cell, could be this cell. What on earth does the stone mean? What, a stone on the ground? A stone in the wall? Place a stone there, take a stone away from it? Well, we're in the cell. We don't see anything. And we are talking amongst ourselves. What does this stone mean? The only logical thing is it's a stone in the wall. And we're told if we search carefully, we have a 3 in 6 chance of finding something. Or if we have an elf or a dwarf, a 4 in 6 chance. So let's see if we find anything. We'll do 1 to 4. Oh, and actually we do. If this, we are finding a stone in the east wall that is slightly dislodged. If this is pulled out, a small gold ring is hidden in a crevice behind it. This is a magical ring of invisibility the halfling hid. We don't know this yet. We have to detect magic. Also, the stone is right next to the secret door and shows its presence if pulled out by revealing the door frame. Well, we are going to pull this stone out of the wall. That's how we found the ring. And sure enough, we do find a secret door. And this leads up to area 29 of the keep. Our party are very excited about this, and they wonder should they go upstairs immediately or should they clear out the rest of this floor. I think they sensibly decide it would be best to clear out this floor. At least we have 1 set of stairs up. There may be another, but a secret set of stairs, that looks promising. And we'll explore the rest of this area next time. Until then.